you guys doing, lovely people? This is your girl again, Teniola Durosimi Eti. Ewa Teni for short. Aduke Balikis. And I have here today the beautiful, handsome, tall, physique, your spec. You get what I'm saying? That one person that you keep hearing, shukbo, 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 shukbo. The person is here today. And I know you're going to be surprised, like, how did Teddy make it? How did you do it? I dragged him here. I pulled his pants, but we're here. And I know he has a lot to tell you guys today. So meet your one and only, dark and handsome, Omokbo Omodaro Dejo. He's very, very shy in person, though. You know, he's not as Kiki, Shotima Kiki, Shotima Kiki, Shotima Kiki, like he does. So, meet our one and only, SEGUN JOHNSON.
Yeah, money, shoot fine, gone. Fine, gone. Shoot fine, gone. Shoot solid. Shoot ta 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 ta.
Yeah, that's you. That's your slogan. And we love it. We love it. We love it. We love it.
Thank you so much.
For people who are still wondering who this is, please, sir, tell them your name again.
Okay, hi. My name is SEGUN JOHNSON, and I'm sitting next to Teniola Balikis. I like the way you said that, Balikis.
Balikis. Balikis. They've not seen anything. The day I'm going to scatter your show.
Oh, yeah, show my no way.
I'll just come.
Show my no way.
I'm going to print the paper.
Show my no way.
CNN go.
Show my no way.
Thank you so much, boss. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, boss.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, for people who are still wondering, what's the hype about now? Kinimani gongon shit. What do you do for a living?
Okay, so I'm a musician. I'm a hype man. And so I've got lots of questions. Mm-hmm. Are you a musician? Are you a hype man? So I had to bring up a particular signature for myself. I call myself a hyper musician.
Hyper musician.
A musician. A musician that hypes.
Oleju. And nobody beats that SEGUN JOHNSON. It was a beautiful signature, I'm not even going to lie, because it makes you different and makes you unique from other people. Yeah. You know, other people will just sing. They'll just be like, Shotik Botaya, you know, they will just sing, they will do. But your own name. You're coming, you're hyping, you're doing. People are going home, they don't have money for diaper, like your friend, Pastor Remote, that is always spending all his money at your show. And then the wife log him to go outside and go and buy diaper. I know all those stuffs. Yeah. But man, it's a very, very beautiful journey. I love what you do. And you know, it actually inspires us to want to listen to more of Fuji. Yeah. Because, you know, being a young person, a lot of us want to just do hip-hop. But for the fact that we don't have young people to bring in new styles into the industry makes it easy for us to want to listen to Fuji. You know, there is a time in the Owambe parties whereby we will start up with, you know, live musics. Remember that time where you'd be like, can you tell pale mo jare ka ma lo le wa ko pale mo ki DJ play orin ko play hip hop ka gbo hip hop ka gbo Davido ka. But now it's just interesting because if you get on the show right now, obviously one in palo mo ro yin di o ma tun ma be yin ni pe e ma lo because you know, and that's where the joy comes from, because I really love what you do, because you carry everybody along. And when you even see people around you, you see 90% of young folks, then you see old ones. Yes. So, and that's really beautiful.
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, 80 to 90% of the events that I do is courtesy of the younger
generation.
People, younger generation and the younger people in the family. For example, if they're having a birthday or a wedding reception, even at burial receptions, the people that actually bring me to the party,
they are always young people.
They're the younger members of the family.
Obviously, even me too. I've already said it. On my wedding day, you're coming to play. On my birthday, you're coming to play. Because let me tell you how funny this is, yeah? When I firstly started listening to your song, and I was back in the US, and I told them, I said, there's one person that I'm calling for my wedding. No. That person is SEGUN JOHNSON. I literally said it. And there's this girl. Shout out to Diola, by the way. Shout out to my baby girl. Her name is Diola. Okay. She's my baby. Like, she is so beautiful and she has a very good heart. And she kept on telling me, she said, Anthony, we're both calling Segun Johnson, you know. I want Segun Johnson to come play. She said anything she wants to do. If Segun Johnson is not there, she's not doing it. She's a young and vibrant young lady. And she really loves you a lot. Wow, so please help me give Diola a shout out.
Diola, she fine gone. Adeola lomo to lade lori. Shoot salen.
I'm to shatter. Thank you so much, Diola, for always supporting. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for everything, my love. I really appreciate you. And this is your Segun Johnson right here. So, in your musical career now that you've been going, how long have you been in this industry? How long have you been doing this?
Okay, so professionally, I'll say 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. Of course, I've been in the music circle. I've played the drums, I've played the piano.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've played the lead guitar. I've played the clarinets. Yeah, I've always been in the music industry.
But you just never did it professionally?
Yeah, professionally 8 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's really, really beautiful. That's nice. That's nice. So in the, your music style is a very, very unique one, like I said earlier. But in the next 5 years, where do you say this music style of yours, where do you say going? What did you call it? Music, hype music.
Hyper. I'm a hyper musician.
Hyper musician.
Yeah. So you can categorically say, oh, this is a hype man. And you can also say this is a musician.
You're just in between because you do the job of both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so in the next 5 years, I would like to say this. What led me into being a hyper musician is the need for a different style of entertainment at events. Wow. I won't lie to you because I've actually witnessed people saying that we need to go for the after party. Please tell the live band to stop. Like I've witnessed it.
I just said that thing now.
Yeah, I witnessed it earlier in my career. Now, before I started this or the live band, the entertainment thing generally, I knew what I wanted, but I just didn't know how and when it was going to work. If people are very, very attentive, if they are very, very attentive and they check some of my videos 4 or 5 years ago, they will hear me singing these songs. The only difference back then was that I don't waste time on these songs because people don't know this hype and lines then. So imagine you're the bride and I'm singing for you and I'm saying, Shotiro Moton Jedo. So you look at me like, okay, Talon Jedo. Because you don't even know what I'm saying. You don't even know what it is. But now it is popular, everybody is singing it. So as I said years ago, I knew what I wanted. Deep down in my heart, I knew it will work. I'll still go back to your question, but I'm just trying to digress a bit.
I understand.
So I knew it will work. I just didn't know how and when. So what I now decided to do is I studied the Nigerian music industry, the Afrobeat industry. I know that most of them, they invest a lot in promotion. So if the video should drop a song now, you will literally hear that song on all social media platforms, on radio, on TV, back to back. They spend millions. So I asked myself, Segun, all these your hype lines and all these your songs, do you have the money to promote them? As at then I said, no, I don't. So what do you have? I said, I only have events weekly. That is the only thing that gives me access to people weekly. Okay. So I told myself I will start singing my songs and my hype lines at every
to promote
event.
Yourself.
Yes, it will take a longer time to achieve this because imagine you're listening to Davido every day for 3 months. Then I also want my song to be as popular as Davido. So that means you have to listen to me with the same time, even if I can't reach you every day, if it is just once in a week. So I need to equate my own once in a week access to you to Davido's every day in a month. So when I did that, I realized that it would take me 3 to 4 years. This is a personal discovery I did years ago. I didn't even need to work, but I said, Segun, it will take me close to 3 years before I can drop a line and people will respond. It's just the truth. So what I did then was I said, Segun, I would do the normal live band thing, but I will be adding my songs to it at intervals just to be registering it into people's mind. Now, talking about where I will be in the next 5 years, I'm relating it to that so that you can understand that my activities are relatable to purpose and to the need of people at events. Everything is centered around audience engagement and entertainment. So, as I am right now, if I get to a party and I say, show fine, go, everybody will shout, show fine, go. But my attention is on the younger generation. I'm not talking about the 20-something years old people, no. Those ones they will always say, I'm targeting the teenagers. Because one of the most difficult things to do as an entertainer is to appeal to a younger generation.
Exactly.
So King Wasia Inde is an amazing musician, but it will still take him. Many young people love Ade Orioke.
Yes.
But once King K1 starts singing for long, most of these young people will be like, not like
they're ready. They're ready for something else. They want to listen to something else. So
even the age group is not so, the same. So that alone already shoots Wasiu in the leg when it comes to entertaining the younger generation. So what I'm trying to do to avoid that is to pay attention to the teenagers. The teenagers, those ones that are not even involved at the party. Presently, if you go to a party, a child of 10, 11, 12 years might just dance. They just want to eat.
They don't care about all this stuff.
So, but my attention is every 1-2 minutes that gets those people's attention, the teenagers, the younger generation, whatever gets their attention during my performance is what I'm paying attention to. That is what I'm building on.
Because those younger generation of now will be the one that you're going to see in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. And they will already get used to your song.
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
The people shouting, "Show fine, go" presently. I paid attention to them 8 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like that's actually what King Wasiu did too, though.
Yeah.
So basically, you remember, like, growing up, we would listen to him, we would do all those stuffs, and which is what we're still doing till now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we're already used to all those Ade Orioke. Before Ade Orioke was even remade or something.
When he made Ade Orioke again, the production is new school.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's new
so
school.
it was basically something we could relate to. It was not a song that would have to like go back and say, which song is this one?
Yeah,
it was just like some touches and some things was just being added and taken out of it. They made it more
groovy. They mixed it very well, and then they did something in Ade Orioke that I actually respect K1 for. It was unusual for a Fuji artist to neutralize the effects of the talking drum in a song. Anyone that is musically sensitive will know what I'm saying. Any Fuji artist, gong, that talking drum is their major instrument. But for Ade Orioke, K1 reduced the talking drum in the production.
And it still came out perfect.
Yes, so what he did was he reduced the talking drum, then he pushed the beats. Because this generation, they want to vibe.
They just want to keep going.
You understand? So,
and you know that Ade Orioke before does not have that.
Does not have that.
Supposed to be slow music, you know.
So what he did was what he did was just to remix the song, aside from the lyrics, aside from the vibe, to the taste of this generation.
Whereby you can still dance to it.
So that means the DJ can still play it. So he reduced the talking drum and increased the volume.
Have you seen where the DJ plays that Ade Orioke at the party before? Everyone will be like, Ade Orioke. Like,
if that DJ should play the formal Ade Orioke, they'll tell him, change the song. So what K1 did is what I'm also doing right now for the future.
Basically to buy a shenyi. You're changing because which is the same, and the reason why King K1 is still existing till now, and it's still relevant because there's no one that will still hear K1 right now would not want to stand up and dance.
Exactly.
Or want to go to him and start spraying money. You don't even want him off the stage. I remember the last time I was with him, immediately he was so tired that day. He said, I'm hot. I need water.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for him because I could see it on his face, and where we were was so hot. There was nothing. There was nothing for him to. There was no fan. There was no AC. There was no anything. And he was singing on the stage for hours.
Amazing.
So I felt that, and I was like, ekbele. You know, no matter how dry K1 looks when he sits, let him stand up and take that mic. Let him stand up. You know, he was built, the music was already built in him when he was born. I think,
Yes, Benny.
So I think that was basically what happened. And that's the reason why they would tell you that King Wasiu Agogo Ayajosi. And, I pray that the kind of blessing that he has actually taken or gotten from God will actually rest upon you too.
Amen.
Because,
amen,
Ọlọ́run ló bá yàn ṣe kò kí ń ṣe yàn. Because when you look at this whole processing, we never thought King Wasiu would even, still be relevant till now.
Till now, yeah.
I don't care. The minute I hear King Wasiu is coming there to play, I'm jumping up already. I'm there. So things like that brings joy. Like you said, you're targeting the certain audience, and I pray that God lets everything works out for you.
Amen.
For good. And then, in the next 5, 6, 20, 30, 40, 50 years to this time, when we hear you sing, because you're still going to be singing, regardless of what it is, you're still going. Because look at King
Sunny Ade.
Yes. Look at his age.
Do you know, a few days ago, I was just thinking, I said, Segun Duro, to bat it, what could be at 65? But if she should find gone. So in my head, I was not like, okay, maybe
I used to do it. You're tall.
She'll find gone.
You're tall. You're tall. You will do it. And let me tell you, not look that bad at all because your height. You already have the height.
Yeah,
you have the look. You just have to take care of your, how you look and just maintain that. Because you see all those nonsense filters that keep coming up. Oh, how you're going to look when you get it's on you. It's on you. Come and see King Sunny Ade when he was younger and King Sunny Ade of now.
There's just a little difference anyway.
And you know what is
He's
funny?
Still energetic.
Baba still did not know. The day I'm going to meet Baba, I'll now go to him. I'll tell him, Baba, do you remember the girl? The little young girl that you saw when you went for your visa?
Really?
I was that person.
Wow.
So the day that I went to go get my visa was the same day King Sunny Ade came and get his own visa, and we're both on the line. And I was the only one who could recognize that man in it was basically daybreak, but when everywhere is not bright.
Yeah.
And by the time Baba came down, I just got down too because I went there with my mom. So my mom already took my stuff and I was like, Mommy, this is King Sunny Ade. And I just went close to him. Daddy, Ekarosa, all those stuffs and everything. And it was so funny because we were not expecting to see him. But people could not even recognize it was the one that was trying to push the old man. Because he had to be on the line. Yeah. It wasn't daybreak yet. Nobody, and you know that my man disrespect to why. So So he was now telling me then that he wasn't doing a drop-off. Because usually we do drop-off with his band and everything, but because it was the only one going. So he had a show that time. This was June 2015. Was it June? Maybe March, maybe May, maybe June. Some kind of date like that. That was when we got the visa. And I was the only one who recognized. And I took him, I said, no, nobody will push this man. Not on my watch. So it was when the day break, actually, when people could see each other, they now saw him. They now came pick him up from there, pick him and took him inside.
Yeah.
But since then, it's been funny because I remember the story. And I said to God that day that I've met the man of my heart.
Wow.
Because I like him a lot. I like his song, go, hey. So I said, I know that this is going to be a blessing for me. And that day, I went and then they gave me my visa without any question.
Wow,
I'm telling you.
Wow.
So that was the day that I moved to, that was the time, the month that I actually moved to the US.
Wow, amazing.
So before I could get to the US, they actually finished his own show already. I finished the show, so he already left, so I didn't even know anything then. But it was really, really beautiful having to, tell this story. Baba, if you watch this video anytime, invite your baby. I really miss you, and, we need to catch up from when we stopped in 2015. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being the legend that you are. Thank you so much, King Sunny Ade, for being the legend that you are. Thank you so much. So, on the next one, what are that things? Those things that people are going to do to you and you say, me like I won't come here. And the things that people, and you be like, yeah, I really like the way this person treat me. I like the things this person do, stuff like that. What are your do and don'ts?
Okay, so when it comes to the things that I don't like, presently, what I'm battling with is, that thin line between being addressed as an artist and being addressed as a live band.
Okay.
Courtesy of my songs and my hype lines that is trending and that is popular, a lot of people relate with me as an artist. I get calls for events when they already have a live band. I will just come and do my performance. Like, oh, the show fine, go for the bride, shoot tally, 15, 20, 30 minutes, and I'm done. Now leave.
Okay.
And I still get a lot of events too as the live band of the party.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you this. I know this can change in months or years to come, but the value people place on artists is way better and higher than the value they place on live bands. People, how do I say this now?
When they call hip-hop artists, they give them
understand?
this kind of, and then when they call live bands, they just think King and you guys do way more jobs because an artist is only going to come there and just shout with the song that they've already recorded a long time ago.
So the issue I am now facing presently is because of some of these songs and hype lines to the trend, I have the opportunity of operating as an artist. In fact, a very good example today is a very good example was 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago, I had an event on the mainland, a burial reception. Now, a burial reception takes a longer time because, of course, they have lots of children. So each of those children will dance with their friends and all that. So that woman that died, she has 6 children.
Okay.
So each of those children, they spend close to maybe an hour on the dance floor. So we literally spend 6 to 7 hours singing. And the money they paid me, I got paid ×2, even with extra, for a 15 minutes performance later that same day at VI.
What?
And that performance I went for, I did not even go with instruments. It's a standard headline show. They already have instrument installed, stage, lighting, a proper hip-hop show.
Yeah.
So I just went with my guys.
Oh, wow.
After the burial. The hip-hop shows are usually late in the evening. So I performed around to 12. And I stopped by after 12. And they paid me ×2, even with extra 500,000 of what I got paid for the live band. So the issue I'm facing now is the issue that I am facing presently because of my style and signature that has evolved beyond the regular live band delivery. I get offers for an artist. So I am exposed to how I'm supposed to be treated as an artist, but I still have to cope with being treated as a live band. The way people treat live bands, except some live bands we don't blow. Maybe people like, of course, Vintage Band, Sugar Band, Sharp Band, of course, King Sonny Ade, K1 The Ultimate. What's this guy's name? Koloba,
Ayuba.
All those big names. But a regular live band in Lagos will be expected to be in the hall as early as 7 to set up. You should start singing around 11, 12. And then the party ends around maybe 7, 8 in the night.
And so some even longer.
So the live band is inside the hall for almost 12 hours. And an artist will just drive in, perform for 15 minutes and leave. So I've operated in both, industries. So I see the value. Now, what I'm facing now is the challenge I'm facing is when I have a contract and he there to perform as a live band, not an artist. It is usually hard for me to cope when people want to keep me in the hall for 8 hours, even though I know that is what I'm expected to do as a live band presently. But I can't liberate live bands in Lagos from that captivity because it's just me. Do you understand? It's just me. So that's the issue I'm facing present. That is what I don't like. But one thing I like about this whole thing is, as a regular Nigerian, I'm cashing out. Ladies and gentlemen, Shumano.
Obviously, you're always cashing out. I'm collecting 10%. No, let me leave 10 to God. Give me 5. Just give me 5 because at this point, your own money,
It's just good.
Just give me 5%. Let me be your manager. No, actually, your accountant. If you anybody do you, and from there, let me know what's up. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for answering that question, because I can understand that that's a very difficult one, because even in the US too, like, when you call live bands, the way they operate is just same thing you said. And that's exactly what happened in the US. I don't know other places, but in the US too, the same thing. I even got mad one time like that. They called an artist. I'm not going to mention anybody's name for, because I don't want to step on anybody's toe. This person came at the party club. At the order bunje. At the jẹun wọ́n ti fi gbogbo oríṣiríṣi bí èdìdí ń lọ nìdí kan lọ wájú wa lọ́kàn rú dìkìrì. Lọ́lọ́ máa fi dé báyìí. That person basically performed maybe like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And do you know how much they sold those tickets? They're expensive.
Wow.
So, and bringing that person from here and even having to like bring them to the US, it's a lot of money. You already know that one.
Yes.
For someone to leave all their jobs over here and then go to the US, you have to be paying them really good money.
Yes.
So it was so difficult that, okay, out of all the money that we already spent, that's a party, what's it there? Flyer. 10 minutes. One day low. Nothing special low. If you want to take picture, Teniola.
That's your picture. Is that what we are here for?
It's just, are we here to take pictures or you're really here to actually perform?
Should actually give people value for their money.
For their money, stuff like that. I totally understand because a lot of stuff needs to be worked on in the industry too.
Okay, now see, you're seeing this as a party guest. Mm-hmm. So you're not satisfied. You didn't get value for your money. That is because you're a party guest. But I want you to now see this. Let's assume you're the artist.
That's now worse.
No, as in what I'm even trying to say is, if you are the artist
that they called,
and you came into the hall, you perform for 10 minutes and you leave, it's a jackpot for you. You didn't stress yourself. Do you understand? So you would rather just get gigs like that and do maybe 5 or 6 of them in a day, because you make more money and you perform for a short time.
Yeah.
So that is where I am.
Even if the performance is like, a very, very good one, whereby you really enjoy the performance is different.
Yeah.
A lot of time, the problem that I have is those performances, they're like this.
And most of these Afrobeat artists, they blew by promotion.
Yeah, so then when it's time for live performance, it becomes
it's difficult for them to, to express themselves.
Yeah, I really noticed that. For a lot of people who don't know, and we've always been thinking, people like us that don't have rings. People like us that don't have rings, that are thinking, should I DM him? Am I his crush? Am I his this? Am I his that? People like us that will be in your DM. I know Lama Sunsibe.
No.
So, are you married?
No, I'm not.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
Oh, take me to court tomorrow. Let's go. Let's go. What are we waiting for?
Okay, so someone actually got married, is it 3 or 4 years ago? His name is Segun Johnson. He married a lady. I think the lady's name is Toby or so.
Another person,
for real. Now, I played at that wedding.
Hey!
Yes.
Bese.
No,
you guys are Segun Johnson.
The funny thing is, that's not even... Playing at the wedding is not even an issue. So I just realized that early last year, most times when I post videos and maybe someone drops a comment, oh, Segun, are you single? Someone will just reply, that same person, like, better sit down for one place. He is married though. You can check Google.
Hey!
So when I saw that message, I was like, okay. And I checked Google myself. Is Segun Johnson married? If people have searched for your name a lot, the algorithm of Google always bring it up as a suggestion.
Yeah.
So I said, is Segun Johnson? I just said married. I said, So I'm on your team check. When I clicked it, I just said, Segun Johnson weds Toby 2021. I said, wow.
But you don't know that was the person's name,
I didn't know. Yeah. So I now clicked on that link because I was curious. So when I saw the wedding, people that create websites for their weddings. So those guys, they did a website for their wedding. So that was what brought up, that was what made their link very strong. So if you type Segun Johnson, as in it will bring their link.
Sure, you go see wife like this. So I'm saying they don't help you broadcast and say you don't marry.
So what I did now, and now I clicked that link. I saw the website. I was like, wow.
That's a big coincidence.
Do you understand? So when I saw their pictures, I'm like, would you only going to say we're familiar? But I didn't even pay attention. Then I saw the planner. I said, I know this event planner now. And I said, I now checked my chat. I tried to, WhatsApp, you can always.
Yeah.
So I clicked on that chat. I scrolled, and I saw the events.
Oh,
because
my
that event
God.
planner is my friend. Like, she gives me lots of jobs. I think we did the wedding in Abeokuta.
Hey.
So immediately I saw the plan, I just remembered the wedding. I was like, damn. So I now told this was last year. So I told my friends, should I call these guys that their website is actually, making people think I'm married? But then in my mind I was like, but I never married now. If only I go my them just focus. I didn't really, I wasn't bothered because I beg. But a lot of people think I'm married.
You better say it now. Let them hear you.
I'm actually not married, but marriage is a very sensitive.
It's very, very sensitive.
So because of the sensitivity of marriage, that was the reason why I didn't even bother telling that couple to bring down their website, because I just felt like telling them to bring down that website is good. People will know that yes, I'm not married. They will know that I'm single, but then it still bring the whole.
It's still the same thing now, because at the same time, that's their own marriage thing. You guys share name, which is very, very funny.
It's just coincidence. So I just said, well, we'll let Jerry. But I think I messaged the planner. I think we both laughed about it. That's
very, very funny. It's actually
even
funny.
If you Google it now, it's Segun Johnson married. To bring it out, Segun Johnson.
And then you don't even know. The funny thing is, you don't even know.
I didn't even know. You know the number of events we do now. In fact, I told someone came to my event. She said she wants to witness this thing that I do. She thinks I rehearse this hype before I get to the event. And I told her, I don't even know the name of the bride and groom until the event day. Aside from the event, I don't even know the name of the bride and groom until I'm about to perform. You know the number of weddings we do? Once I hold the mic, I'll say, Toby is the name of my assistant. We'll start creating at the spot. There's no time. Because there are lots of weddings to perform the next day, performances, shows. I can't waste my own time rehearsing for one couple when there are 4 couples for me to
go and bring your ring inside the car. Come and propose. Come out. Let him just come and propose. It's fine. So that I will be married.
Honestly, this part of this interview needs to be. I will intentionally post this one.
Don't
this
worry.
This will be my validation and my evidence.
That you have a girlfriend, but you are not married. And I'm your new girlfriend.
Yes, sir.
I'm your new girlfriend. Tell them you have a girlfriend, but we are not married.
Yes, sir. We're about to, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's going to be performing on his own wedding too. So it's not going to be 2 Segun Johnson that you're married now. By the time they put it on Google, Google will be asking them Segun Johnson 1 or 2. That's very, very funny. But that's really, really sad, but it's funny.
It's actually funny.
It's very funny, but it's sad at the same time. You know, when someone comes to me and started saying, or maybe you're dating someone and then someone went to your girlfriend and be like, you want to know their Google? So don't do anyone. When you're married, your only boyfriend, you know that kind of situation.
I dated a girl 4 or 5 years ago. She sent me a message sometimes last day. Immediately she saw the link, she knew it wasn't me. I don't know. You know, when you've been with someone before, they just know you.
Obviously.
So she knew. So when she opened the link, she saw the pictures of those people. She was like, She had disappointed. So she now messaged me, Shegun, congratulations on your wedding. I said, which wedding? She now said that I pity you. You better go and check online. And I told her, me to have seen it. We just laughed about it.
Because she knows you.
Yeah, because she knows. So even my siblings, my friends, most times when they remember, they will just laugh. They usually tell me I'm married online, but I'm single in reality.
What about your parents? What did they say? Like, anyone went ahead and told them?
My mom is not even the internet type. She's not even online.
Thank God.
She doesn't reach. She's not even.
Thank God.
She's Yala Dura. My mom is a prayer person. She doesn't even like internet. As far as she's concerned, internet is Sodom and Gomorrah.
Why do you think the money is coming in? You are using prayer juju for people. They just come. And they're just praying. And hello, me go with the whole business or have anybody called you before and told you that okay,
so the truth is the first time remotes spread money. Most people think it was a skit, but truly it was Macaroni's surprise birthday. So we, Mr. Macaroni's friend, we gathered skit makers, comedians, actors, and all these guys.
You guys did something for him.
Yeah, so it was a surprise birthday. Macaroni came in, he was surprised, and then we started the party, and I was singing. Genuinely, remote was on stage, but he wasn't supposed to spray. It wasn't. He didn't want to spray. Now, the camera captured him. Deep down, I saw it. He didn't want to spray, genuinely. There's a guy called Eden Victor. Eden Victor is my friend too. He does the whole media. He's a cameraman for Kiki, everybody. So Eden was not like, you get money, no come pretend for you. So they were arguing. I was seeing them, but the camera didn't capture that part. So it was not like, well, Eden Victor and one other skit maker forgotten the other guy. I think Bro Butch. So they were like, remotes, you are making money. Why you not go spray for yeah? Oh, she didn't know. So they were. So it was not like, you. So he now brought out the cash. So as he was bringing out the cash, I was hyping him. So it was now like, he was spraying. Then he now noticed the camera. And I said, Shaje must spray. But as he was squeezing his face, it was genuine. It was genuine with so remote genuinely could first spray. I think that was why the video went viral, because his reaction was funny to people. But his reaction was genuine.
People don't know. You know, because remote, no vex. But there is no time I'm going to take you serious, even if you're talking about something serious. That's the honest truth, because I look at you like you know, everything you do, you just keep making someone laugh. You will be say, person say they talk, they say, yeah, they laugh. So now that kind of person now want it. So you think I'm good? Obviously, people thought it was actually a comedy when he came out and was saying those things, though. If you haven't cleared the hair like this, obviously we all keep thinking, oh yeah, it just.
It wasn't. Honestly, it wasn't comedy.
And
it wasn't comedy.
And it be money,
the people that genuinely sprayed money that day, of course, my friends, Kiki, Isbeyu, Temi.
Kiki lowo. Kiki lowo, Kiki bá spray owó tó wá di wípé kíni amu pampers.
Kiki lowo jule koyi.
Kiki get money now. Kiki get money. Kiki get money. I love you, girl. I love you. Shout out to you, Kiki. But you know, that's really, really beautiful. So let's dive deep. I know that you're not married and I'm not married, so let's talk. What do you think about the relationship aspect right now with we youths, and you know, like now, like relationship right now is a lot.
Yeah, it's actually
a lot. But what's your own thinking, and what do you think about relationship right now, and what is going on with the youths and everything, like financially, you know, everybody's saying, someone said you have to come to Lekki, come and be living with me in Lekki. You can't, you know, you have to have this, you have to have that. If you don't have house, you don't have this, all those whatever. What do you think?
Okay, well, I told someone a few months ago, I said marriage has evolved from what it used to be to what it is now. The core values and the important things that made marriages work in the generation of our parents and especially our grandparents, we've actually lost it. We've lost it to evolution, information, civilization. So a lot of things...
Western world.
Yeah, so a lot of things have actually diminished the standards that made marriage work for the generation of our parents and our grandparents. You can hire 10 therapists, 10 marriage counselors. You can hire the best in the world. The root and the foundation of the problem and the problems of most relationships and marriages is traceable to the evolution of what marriage used to be and what marriage is right now. Most African men still want to get that standard of marriage that we heard about. You know, when your parents tell you, but marry mommy, ori bed di kan la wa ni Ajegunle kò sówó, a de jo se kini kan. Those things worked 1970 something, 1960 something. Presently, as at those times when our parents and grandparents married, did they have so much access to internet this way? Did they have so much access to the information of people's lives, experience of they didn't have this level of...
There was no manual.
There was no manual. Do you understand?
So now everybody's creating their own manual, even their own vows.
Their own vows. Do you understand? I like that word. Do you get? So the standard for successful marriages have actually changed. Unfortunately for this generation, we are in the experimental stage. like there is no format. There is, and the reason why I use the word experimental stage is because I'm hoping that the generation coming before us will learn from our own marital mistakes to have a better life when it comes to marriage.
Are you sure?
I'm hoping. That was why I use the word I'm hoping, because marriages worked for our grandparents and some of our parents.
Some of our parents. At Begongo ló ti ń wọ́.
So when it now got to our own generation, look what is Katani.
Àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn yìí, àwọn Gen Z.
I'm really hoping. The reason I'm hoping for the Gen Z is it's either left or right. It either gets worse or it becomes better. And I'm hoping that it becomes better.
Even me too.
So for this generation, I will be shooting myself in the leg if I'm trying to give a marriage advice when I'm single.
Basically, that's the reason why I don't always want to say a lot, but there are things that we've actually, like, we know.
Yeah.
Because you've been in relationships, you might not be married. I have been in relationships, I might not be married. So all those key points really means a lot. And I feel like the problem again is, in the olden days, our people, they were training women for the husband, for the husband, but they're not training the husband for the wife.
For the wife, yeah, that's true.
There's so many advice being given to a lady. What
did you say? Do you know, I have never heard anyone tell me about what I'm supposed to do when I'm married. I'm talking about why growing up. It just dawned on me.
And then they wonder why there is a problem with the man of with the generation of our father and we.
Yes. I think that's one.
Because you guys don't train. You're supposed to train a man in a way you want that man to treat someone else's daughter.
Yeah.
But you will never tell that man that only 1% does it. Only
1%.
So the relationship level is we just have to like do better, and our parents have to do better to train the kids. Please train your boys, train your girls. There is nothing like everybody ló ní iṣẹ́ láti ṣe, and that's how they're going to be able to like have a perfect marriage. We are not married, myself and my upcoming boyfriend.
Yes, sir.
So thank you so much, guys, for listening. And let me ask you real quick, what advice do you have for all the people coming into the industry, people who want to become Segun Johnson in the future, that wants to become Shota Leno?
I remember I told my very, very good friend in the industry, I won't mention his name now, but I told him, I think 4 years ago, I said, guy, I will run events, singing my own songs and using my own hype lines from the beginning to the end. He laughed. Not like he doesn't believe in me. I'm really serious now. He believes. He's one of my best, my greatest supporter. But what he said was that Segun Baoli Ifeshi, the event is going to last for probably 3-4 hours. How many songs do you want to sing? How many hype do you want to hype that you will not hype for 3 hours, sing for 3 hours, and all the songs you will be singing and all the hype lines will be yours? Then I asked him a question. How come if you invite Ebenezer Obey to your party, Ebenezer Obey will not mistakenly sing a song by Sonia Ade? If you invite Sonia Ade, Sonia Ade is going to perform for 3-4 hours. He's not going to sing a song by K1. Have you heard Sonia Ade singing, I know Loriba Ade? Do you understand? Do you think Sonia Ade doesn't know that song? He knows it. But he has built himself over the years to function around his own style.
It's just like you telling Davido to sing Wizkid music while he's performing.
Do you understand? So I said, guy, I don't know how long it will take me, but if I can't do it differently, I won't do it at all. And I don't want people to call me because they need a live band. I want them to call me because they need Segun Johnson. If they need a live band, they can call someone else. I would rather just learn a trade or do something else. If I'm going to do this, I will do it differently. And people will call me because they want me, not because they want a live band. That was 4 years ago, yeah. And somehow God has made it work out.
You're here. You're here. Look at
Yeah,
you.
so the advice I have for anyone that wants to come into entertainment, whether you want to be a musician, hype man, comedian, you want to be a presenter, whatever you want to do, just you need to understand that in every industry, there is a conventional way of doing things. It doesn't mean that you trying to do it differently makes you supersede those that are doing it normally. No. There is always an in-house protocol. There is a way to do things. If you want to anchor a wedding, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to this wedding between Tenny and Oluwasegun. Can you please look at your neighbor and say, you look beautiful? My name is Segun Johnson, and it's going to be a very, very wonderful ride. We'd like to welcome the parents of the bride. This is what a regular MC would do. Do you understand? But imagine you want to start the same way and you say, love is a beautiful thing. There is nothing in life without love. If I say Tenny, you say Segun. Ladies and gentlemen, Tenny, Segun, Tenny, Segun. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the parents of the bride. That is not what any MC will do. So you doing it differently comes from intentionality, and that is your selling point. If you know you cannot do it differently, honestly, you will lose that flavor of fun in your journey. Honestly. So if you want to come into entertainment, whatever industry you want to go to, make sure you plan to do it differently. If you want to go with the crowd, it is still fine, but I personally want to let you know it is boring. There is always a way to think outside the box.
That's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. That's really beautiful. So let's take one more topic and then we'll round up this whole thing. What do you think about the Jackpot syndrome going on right now with the youth? And you've been out of the country a couple of times, so you know you're a person. I feel like you're a good person. You're in the best position to answer this question. So, what do you think about the Jackpot syndrome? Do you think is the first thing or is the next thing for everybody to just go?
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. Everyone is on a journey in life, and at every point in your life, your decisions is what makes or what mar you. I was in Maryland in November. So myself and my friend were at the mall. I can't remember what I saw, and I told my friend, I said, man, Alayi, assuming I'm not Segun Johnson, assuming I don't have a brand in Nigeria, I would have considered relocating to the US. And he said, Segun, are you sure? I said, yes. What am I trying to say? The journey of your life is what determines if relocation is important.
It's the next thing to do.
Not. So one thing that is very, very wrong for you to do is to plan relocating to another country because everyone is relocating. If you want to Jackpot is a good thing. Jackpot is also not a good thing. It depends on the journey of your life. There are thousands of people that have traveled out of this country that will be back in years to come. There are thousands of people that are not traveling. I mean, there are thousands of people that are still in this country that they've decided never to travel, but they will still travel in years to come. Because as at that point in their lives, they realize that they need to travel.
That's not the next thing for them at that point.
And those that have traveled, in years to come, something will happen. They realize that, oh, I need to come back home. So it is the journey of your life that determines what works for you and what doesn't work. But the greatest mistake you make is to follow the crowd. I have seen people abroad that are depressed. I'm not even lying now. Someone called me, she traveled abroad. And there is this thing that when people relocate, the first few months, it will hit them. It has happened to almost 95% of people that have relocated. At least the first 2, 3, or 4 months, there's this depression that will quickly hit them. So when she called, she was just complaining. I mean, she was crying. So I was trying to do like the normal guy. Don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. It's because she just relocated. I thought it ended there. I didn't know that she had planned to kill herself. She had bought the drugs. So she now wrote a last note. She now mentioned me in the last note. But before she took the drugs, I think maybe God just inspired her to even call me one more time. So she called me. So when she was not in, I said, Sheikh, I just said I should let you know that I mentioned your name in this note I just wrote. I think it was a voice note here. When I heard the voice notes, I tried a number, I didn't go through. Then I tried someone's number, she treated me like a best friend. Then I called that girl, I said, hello, this babe just sent me a voice note. I don't know what she wants to do, but please call her. If anything happens to this girl, it is not on my neck. What am I trying to say? She has everything. Her parents are rich. She went there for masters and then to start her life. But it was just the wrong decision for her to have taken at that time.
Exactly.
Now, funny enough, she came back to Nigeria. She got a job with the headquarters of a particular bank on the island. She worked there for like, I think, 3-4 years. Yeah. Of course, she got promoted like so many times. She's a big girl now. So now she's traveling on holidays. Do you understand? So as at the time she took that decision then, it was a wrong decision. Now she traveling now is a perfect decision.
Because she's going at her own time, at her own space. She was not doing, and that's the exact problem. A lot of people don't understand, because when I talk about suicide and when I talk about something, that's a story that I think I'm going to share personally, because I don't like I said, I don't like to share my personal life a lot because social media can be very, very funny.
Yes, yes.
And they don't forget things easily. So, but if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to do it based to really encourage a lot of people out there. People have called me now and told me that, Tenny, they have those young people there. How did you do it? Encourage them so that they will understand that you've actually walked that path before. But one thing they don't come to understand is Teniola is different from Bisola. It's different from Shola.
Our journeys are different.
What Teniola had to go through might be something that she can undo, might be something that I can take.
You might not be able to go through the same thing.
So I'm not going to tell you that I've not tried to do that too. I actually about 2-3 times when I was over there. It was just God. It wasn't nobody. It was just God that didn't make me, go actually move forward with that. Because those places are going to mess you up mentally.
Yes.
They will. If she didn't come back to Nigeria, I'm not even going to lie to you. If she stayed over there, she probably will not make it.
Honestly.
So it's normal. Like a lot of it has happened to the best of us. So, we've...
As far as I'm concerned,
we've tried
Japa is good and Japa is not good. It only depends on the journey of your life and the points you are in the journey of your life.
I'm sorry, that's in Iwaye. On Sini Lawyer Port, we're not seeing what that brought. You now got there and now looking like Doremi.
But the same way, I have friends, like I have a friend in the US, in Maryland, cool guy in Nigeria, just a regular guy. He traveled, he relocated to the US. He's doing fine. He's married. He has a child. He's rich. And things, in fact, I think he has gotten his green card. Everything is just working for him. And so you wonder, but boy, kilo fishori. So the truth is, as at the time he traveled, that was just the best time for him to have traveled.
Because he has probably planned himself. He knew what he was going there to do.
Do you understand?
But a lot of people just throw people there, most especially our parents. And they just throw. There's nothing.
Make sure that decision aligns with the points of that person's life that needs relocation. Because #1 million with peace of mind, I think it's better than $1,000.
Yeah, so there's a boy, I asked him a question. I said, when did you get to the US? He got to the US at the age of 17 years.
Oh, that's young.
And 17 years, still want to feel on my end. I'm older than he is, because I think he's like maybe 25 right now, 25 or 27 years or so right now. He
would have done way better.
He would have done way better.
Than what he's
It was just, he even went to them that they should take him back, that they should bring him back. But one refused, let's be part of our silhouette.
I'm a few people to invest in Silori Gun.
Just like my godfather. My godfather, I mean, one beg one father, one pound, and no rara. Ibẹ̀ ti bá ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ kó dúró bẹ̀. Ibẹ̀ ti sọ di bó ṣe wà. Ẹ wá fẹ́ gbé collateral damage máa bọ̀ níbí báyìí. Ká máa wá sí níbi rárá ẹ fílẹ̀ lọ́hùn. And shortly after he passed on, ibẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ ló dẹ̀ wà. Ẹ ti sọ di nǹkan tẹ máa sọ di. Ẹ wá ní kọ́ máa gbé bọ́m̀bù. We don't do that. So, it's really, really nice having you on this show, and I'm glad that I called.
Oh, I enjoyed myself.
I know, yeah. I'm about to. Hey.
Gigi.
You need to take me on dates, so.
Definitely.
You need to take me on dates. You need to take me on shopping. See, we have to go and be living in Banana Island, sef. Our Banana Island. So, thank you so much, guys.